The following content is rated M for mature. Please be advised as this game contains blood, gore, violence, sexual themes, nudity, abuse, and psychological trauma. Thank you and enjoy. Hiyo everyone, Drizzerey here, and welcome to another video. Today we are playing my favorite game, Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. I will be doing a complete angel playthrough, with maybe use for the video with the recording later, on normal settings, and we will be romancing Lann as a witch. I will do my best to avoid spoilers as we go. If you are experiencing this game for the very first time, it is just as fun as a first-time Let's Play. Just to be clear, I did try to record my first Let's Play of this game, and it was so bugged out and had so many problems that the recordings were just not very good, and I had to restart the game from the beginning far too many times, as well as several hours of recording getting corrupted. I'll be doing a shorter recording segments at a time to hopefully avoid this being an issue. These videos will be an hour long at the very least, but I will try to limit it to under 2 hours a segment. If anyone has any questions or issues with the game, let me know and I will do my best to address them in future videos. With all that out of the way, let's play the best tabletop video game I've ever gotten to play, Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. Alright, we're gonna do a whole new game, main story. And we're gonna do normal. I will level each of the companions as we go, but if I do that here, it's gonna take me off of normal settings. Also, fun fact, if you try to do custom settings, a lot of times you're not gonna get any of the achievements. We're gonna go custom character, because that's the best. And I'm gonna use one of my custom avatars. Most of these are pictures I've either downloaded from a pack to use for this game, magic cards, or what have you. These two are the ones I've made. And we're gonna go with this. And we're gonna do a witch, because so far that has been my absolute favorite, using the standard witch. And my favorite my favorite race, elf. And I'm gonna do against her, let's see. I'm gonna go lore master, because she is supposed to be a nerd. And speaking of, we're gonna go with Scholar of the Arcane. I am gonna leave her strength to that. We're gonna up her con to at least +1. And as far as we can get it, let's take some of the charisma down. Now, to be clear, charisma is actually great, but I'm gonna have a companion with me at all times that has amazing charisma, so I'd much rather use it for other things. Dex is fine. I might put it here. And wisdom. Yeah, I think that's how we'll have it. And then she's gonna know an arcana. She's gonna have good perception. Magic device, those are the important ones. I'm gonna give her that, because again, she's just gonna be a kind of nerd, which fits with this character. So this is my character I have made basically the first time. I'm just gonna call her Drizzerey on this run to keep her separate from my other playthrough. Because I also have an ascended route I'm currently trying to do, and I'm not gonna try to do ascended because that's just way too involved, and I haven't even done it one time yet. So once I feel comfortable doing ascended without looking up guides, then I might do a recording on ascended. But we're not doing ascended. But yeah, she's a nerdy witch, and we want spell penetration, because that's the best thing for casters. well, casters who are gonna do stuff that affect them. Now, she usually has a cat familiar. And I think I am just gonna give her the cat familiar, just for funsies, because the best one is the lizard, because of that bonus to AC. Like, +1 natural armor bonus familiar? Heck yeah. But we're gonna go with cat familiar, because canon. Now, these are all the different patrons for witches. Of course, they don't actually have names. They're just descriptors to basically tell you what's the specialty on the spell list. And I usually make her an insanity witch, because that's what we went with the first time I did. I technically went with elemental first time, which is why Shocking Grasp is in my fanfic. But the insanity, I feel, fits the kind of stuff that she does the most. I do like her ability to just be like, I'm gonna make you do what I want. And we're gonna go with Evil Eye. What Evil Eye does is it basically gives me the ability, and I can pick which one. I can give you -2 to your AC, I can give you -2 to your ability and saving throw, -2 a attack, stuff like that. And it's great. Love it. And then we're gonna do, I get 8. Because, yeah, intelligence is the best thing for a witch, unless you are a stigmatized witch, in which they are like a combination of an oracle / witch. Hi, Cena. I'm talking, and she thinks she needs to get attention for that. Alright, we're gonna do Cause Fear, Hypnotism. Let's see. I think Ray of Enfeeblement is just better. Summon Monster can be nifty. Command. Haze. Ill Omen. Ill Omen and Strand of the Tangled Knots are with DLC. In case anybody ever needed. If you're playing this game, the base game, and you don't know, like, yeah. Those 2 spells are from a DLC. I don't know which DLC, because I kind of got them all at once. And we're gonna go with my favorite goddess. Originally, I went with the Green Faith, because I didn't know much about any of the gods, but Shaylin is bae. Shaylin is the best. She is the eternal rose, the eternal maiden. Beauty, love, music, art. Excuse me. Best goddess. And we are neutral good. I'm just gonna stick with base body type because it don't matter. But it's gonna be that, and we're gonna go with that face. No scar. Green eyes. And actually, I think you might already be on that. No, you're not. That's the ponytail. Which one is that? That one. And unfortunately, yeah, the character creator for this is kind of limited, but, you know, whatever. I think it was 41. Yeah. We'll just do that. I think that's good enough. And then clothing color. It doesn't matter a whole lot, but we're just gonna do it anyway. Because I feel like it. So this is just your class dress when you're not wearing any armor over top. This is what your outfit looks like.
You should have run.
And that's the best voice for the women, as much as I care to. I'm not going to go through all of them. So yeah, we're going to do Drizzerey. But she's still going to have the same birthday, because I said so. La Machan.
I'll take care of it.
Look on everything here. And we begin. For everyone. Very important. I will read as necessary, but when it's voice acted, I'll be quiet. Make way, coming through.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't she be carted off somewhere else like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone! Step back! Now, what's the matter? What happened to her? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to her?
Demons, Prelate. We found her barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take her weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. She can get her things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy, heal her wounds. Hear, hear! That's the Crusader spirit. My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendelev.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late. Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I'm Drizzerey.
That's the first I've heard of that name. Who are you, then? What's your business in the city?
My dear Prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor woman. She has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of her.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that, so I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed she was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of the city.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
Thank you for helping me.
I accept your thanks, but my work is not yet done.
So, when I originally played this, I completely went in this whole game and everything blind, and I honestly did not know pretty much anything about Pathfinder lore. So I went, as someone who completely had no idea what was going on. Who are you?
My name is Terendelev. I am the protector of the city.
Are you really a dragon?
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
So, what happened to me?
I do not know yet, and that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return. But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, Protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Now, I don't think I'm gonna go over every decision I did different. And every playthrough is going to be a little bit different just because of how this game functions. But I will go over some mechanics that I picked up along the way and helps to help. Like this. We're going to situate my spells, summon my familiar so I get the buff, and we're just going to pretend that's a black cat. And unfortunately, I don't have any of my good spells, but I do have these. I am the answer, but what is the question? Oh, you actually said something different. I'm good. You will find them everywhere. And here's Socia. So many happy faces. Days like this keep our hopes alive. And it's the bitch. Grubby peasants and their grubby diversions. Why did I even bother coming? I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and talk to every single one because it doesn't actually matter. I'm just gonna go around doing what I do. I'm gonna talk to him. They call this a celebration. This is but a paltry imitation of what goes on in my mansion on dull holiday. Holiday? What's a holiday? You know what? I always thought that said holiday. I think I never quite got told. Arsenal. But yeah, if you look around, you'll see many named characters in here. What do you say to another man? Love a drink on me, especially when someone else is footing the bill. Alright, I've had a doink. And since my dexterity is better than my strength, I'm gonna do this one. If it'll do it. There we go. Woo, bullseye! I'm so good at this.
Behold, Crusader gods, behold Ionade, you poor imposter. Your city will fall to me. Your followers will feed my hunger.
locusts, leave my city!
Let the feast begin.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they've patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Who's the Scar?
You must have got a good drubbing around the head, friend. Discari's a demon lord. The most fearsome enemy of all crusaders, and all living things, come to think of it.
What's the situation?
Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. The place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks!
Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
That's some sales pitch, right?
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
Also, if you hear barking in the distance, I'm sorry.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Alright. And I don't believe there's anything here, so we're just gonna go right to you.
Oh, holy mother of...
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. One say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
We don't have to rely on brute strength for this. I'll try to find something to use as a lever. Woo! Success.
Look at you! It's good to meet someone who uses brains first and brawn second.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomede's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
My name's Drizzerey.
Good to meet you. Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here. Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us, with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
There is going to be a lot of voice acted in the beginning for introductory purposes. And if you do ever want to play this yourself, there are tutorials and tooltips to be enabled. I'm not really going to go over all of them, because I don't want this to be too boring of a video. I guess I'll put that there for now. Terendelev scale. Oh, poor Terendelev.
Who's there?
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
Not many could withstand a strike from a demon lord, not even Terendelev.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Discari himself has come to Canabres. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now...
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
Tell me more about yourself.
Who am I? Just an ordinary citizen who decided to take a stroll through the square on the day of the festival. But that's not what you wish to know, is it? You most likely wish to know whether I'll be a burden should you ask me to join your group. No need to worry about that. I can assure you that I am skilled with a rapier, and I also possess some knowledge of magic.
What happened to this poor man? Who is he?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
Well, do you want to join us?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
We need to keep moving. There must be a way back to the surface somewhere around here.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
Yeah. I assume she got that for some reason or another. Dude. Alright, let's take that off too, because you don't need that.
Save the last one for me.
Oh, that went well.
The lights take you!
Don't hold back!
I'll cut you wide open!
I'm off.
Ooh, getting good rolls right off the start.
The inheritor, guide my blade! Into the fray!
The spirits demand your blood!
Strike.
The light take you!
You are today's sacrifice!
You should have run.
Yeah, the combat can be a bit slow, and yes, I'm doing it in turn-based, which apparently is weird.
Guide my blade!
Because,
Go for their hearts!
you can do, real-time. I haven't really wanted to do that, because I prefer
Heartbeat quickens.
turn-based. It's more like what I'm used to with Pathfinder. 'Cause I played the tabletop, I just haven't
No
really
glory
played
without
CRPGs.
rest.
I'll cut you wide open!
And I'm going to count BG3 as CRPG light. Because I'm not going to get on my high horse about it, but let's just say there's a lot of reasons why it's CRPG light.
The spirits demand your blood!
Do not waver!
This pain is excruciating.
This will hurt.
You are today's sacrifice!
Into the fray! The light take you!
Do I make you get healed, or do I let you drop? Might let you drop.
Don't hold back.
Let me draw the first blood.
And we'll get into why I hate her later.
Go for their hearts!
Also, if I hate your favorite character, it's nothing
Guide
personal.
my blade!
Strike!
I'll cut you wide open!
Into the fray!
But just so you know, if you perchance hate my favorite character, we can't be friends. Which he's coming up right now.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
Oh, my love. Look at him.
Wenduog!
Lann, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
Demons are laying waste to Canobras.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze...
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canobras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Who are you, tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
This is not always true.
Sadly, underground crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lann? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
I've never heard of the Underground Crusaders before.
In Canobras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are, and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
What is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else. And that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
What are you doing here?
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lann?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Maze, does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
A sort of holy flame. How did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lann, watch your tongue.
We'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
And we're off. So I
Now
don't think I
what is
have
that?
good lore religion.
Ah, not this time.
Nope, I do not.
What do we have here? Now, what is that?
I do what I must. There's something here.
Alright, so there is a lot of reading in this game.
Something. What's
So-
that there?
I
What
am
do we
going to
have here?
try to maybe test my ability to voice act. It's not going to be very good. I can promise you that. It is not going to be very good.
Weapons, spells,
But I'll do my best.
Poisons. The art of killing is so diverse these days. A shame one life is not enough to master them all.
I have not gotten that voice line before. Day 15, month Eridus. Year 4715. A strange flash pierced the gloom, and Drizzerey feels drops of searing blood run down her chest. The wound healed by Tyrendiliv reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one or another one entirely. Drizzerey's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into her mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery! They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descend from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their treacherous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origins of these thoughts, Drizzerey intuits that she can control them somehow. Let's try to. And I'm gonna go with Heal the Wounded Girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Drizzerey. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true? The frenzy of foreign thoughts come faster and faster, like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear, only if you are ready, and only if you are willing. There is no going back. Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There, in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow. The sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Drizzerey's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Lariel, who sent the vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. I do believe, my knowledge arcana, but Drizzerey knows how to resist malign influence such as this, no matter its origin. The force of the attack, though originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Drizzerey is stronger. She shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision or memory, but the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Discari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lariel, and the foolish angel struggling on the rock like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whisper to a sonorous shout, becoming young then old and quivering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass, and slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh. The monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Drizzerey senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river run dry. The last thing she hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This I know, but one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up, and Save and protect the innocent. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Drizzerey does not hear the final words, but she seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from her lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing in Drizzerey's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Drizzerey sees the flaming sword in her hand, or rather its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into her hand. Drizzerey senses that it will return. All she needs to do is call it.
Hey, are you all right? You were kinda glowing just now.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too, the traitors, the dying girl.
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous. And when I'm upset. And when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if she can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
I think I saw the memories of Lauriel, the angel who died here.
Lauriel? That really was Lauriel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wenduog, don't be a sore loser. She is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before her, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because she doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
It seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lann?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Sull needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Lead us to your chief and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Alright.
Now what is that?
Oh. You spotted something else, lassie? Ah, there. Doot. And you can go there. You. Give me those. And you... much rather have the longbow. Just some quickie little changes here. Actually, you know what? You can have that.
I'm gone.
Why is he next to me? Because I love him. Lann is the best.
The mongrel did it.
You should have run.
Save the last one for me.
I'll rip you apart!
You're not gonna use these.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
But yeah. You know what? You can have these, because you're the most likely one to use them.
Thanks, Lann. You're so awesome, Lann.
You really are. You're
The
so
spirits
awesome.
demand
Get
your
another
blood!
option.
I found... something?
This will hurt.
You won't survive me.
Actually, wait, no. You don't have use a magic device. You're useless for that. Gimme. Give me that.
We do it my way.
Thanks, Lann. You're so awesome, Lann.
I am gonna try to make this as quick as I can, because, these are the boring
No
parts.
glory! They will break against our resolve.
That was me? Oh, shit. Alright, you don't die.
Don't hold back.
I'm pretty fucking good.
Endure this!
Follow
Excuse
if
the
you dare.
silly UI problems. You're probably gonna see a lot of silly things. Okay, I think I want you all right.
Can't hide from me.
The heartbeat quickens. You are today's sacrifice.
Come on.
Strike.
There we go.
No match for me.
Make every strike count.
And yeah, I'm gonna do my best for stuff that isn't voice acted. Windowalk glances at Lann, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Lann is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lann, Windowalk grimaces, and guttural husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people, but it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Windowog leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us, trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night. And if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Windowog looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lann believes that the glowing sword will solve all our problems. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lann's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Windowalk slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the surface. I'll think about it. Let's go. Windowalk nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. I may RP as Windowog on occasion. By the way, I hate Windowog, but she is a very well-written character, and I respect that. That doesn't mean I dislike her any less, because I'm just not a fan of murder hobos. Alright, and welcome to Neathholm.
I'm off.
Home of the mongrel, or at least this tribe of mongrels. I cannot do Chief Saul's lisp, so I apologize, but I will do my best. Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump with the odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of a normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who can wield it, Lann points at you. She has a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, is somehow inside her. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive, we can go save them. Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lann, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. Saul eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lann trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lann? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Windwalk stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning. And I'm not going to bother with these, because we are going to reveal the light of heaven. Lann speaks the truth. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command, bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks, like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The mongrels abandon their task and stare transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul deep. Saul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away. So it's true. The angel did not forsake us, no. He came back from the dead. He came to save our children. Lann gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as if he wasn't sure at all this time that you would support him. Windwalk hisses at you like an angry cat. See these fishermen and these hunters. See these husks of men and women. Their blood will be on your hands. We have the blessings of angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. Idiot, you see a bright light and now you think even the maze is no match for you? You always think the worst, Windu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We got allies. Well, a couple at least. But one good fighter's worth 10 bad ones. You have the right of it, Lann. But we're neithers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger, summoning all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lann. Wait, uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home. Lann sighs. All right, Chief, understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. Windwalk grits her teeth in silence. And we all get levels. Fun! Before we do that, I'm gonna talk to Saul for a second. I want to ask a few questions. Saul nods. Tell me about mongrels. Well, we're the Crusaders under the ground, the children of the first Crusaders. The world wound touches everyone. Look at us. We are all marked by it. The uplanders didn't like it. They drove us down here. But we have a secret. Saul's one good eye twinkles slyly. We're waiting. When the shield maze falls, that is the end of our lives down here. We will go up to the surface to fight. Until then, we don't. Our place is here. But now we all see the light of heaven. Now we can go. What other signs do we need? We must fulfill our crusader duty. Tell me about Windwalk. Windwalk, our beauty, our huntress, who is more skilled than Windwalk. There are braver fighters, yes, but brave doesn't mean skilled. Windwalk is the only one to go into the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say. Tell me about Lann. Lann. Saul makes a vague gesture. He's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface. They ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but he wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here. But he can't go up there either. It's not safe. He wouldn't last long. Thank you for your answers. What are you going to do now? The messenger is swift. He'll rally the tribes, all of them. The angel's light is with us, so we will follow it. Now you, go rest, eat. Can I just clarify? We are uplanders, prisoners, or guests here. Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No. Guests. I want to look around. Alright, let's do some leveling. Okay, we're gonna do Arcana and Magic Device because those are the important ones. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, that's good. And we're gonna go with Slumber because Slumber's really good. And Ear-piercing Scream. Burning Hands. Okay, we do not need that many of those. We could use more Ear-piercing Screams and a Raven Feeblement. Okay. Now, just so that I have control, I click one of the other classes and I accept this fate. It'll keep me on the normal difficulty, but now I have control over how he levels. And this part I wouldn't change, but this I will. I will go with Precise Shot. And Way of the Longbow.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Okay. And then Sela, same with you. I accept. And we go Paladin. Now there's a very important difference between what I want to do with Sela and what the game wants to do with Sela. And it'll happen at level 6. And you... I'll try to make Shaman work. Oh, right. Excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. Mobility and trickery is fine. Okay. I think I want Battle Master. And I'm not going to bother leveling you, but I am going to take this.
Well?
Alright. And Spellbook. Let's do a Bless. And I think some Bang. Yeah, that's what I want. And we gonna go grab a few things. Totally not stealing. Yeah, the only way trickery really works in this game is by unlocking chests and nobody cares. Okay. I am gonna cheat this because normal is really difficult. So yeah, prepare for a little bit of save scumming. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothing approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Worm. Yes, that worm. You no doubt have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in this city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, then. You couldn't have picked a worse time. That's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been raised to rabble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabras. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Gorm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city, I'll have you know. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any of the festival delicacies? You have Horgus Worm to thank for that. How did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus's eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twine beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings and instead came across hunters from the settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels even though they saved your life. Pah! Kind words are for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Horgus Worm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words, but with hard coin. I give the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what's happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You are a spellcaster. I presume a sorcerer or a wizard? I can't tell which exactly, but it doesn't matter. Spells are always useful, especially in a situation like this. You are strong. It will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canabra's elite. And this is where the save scumming comes in. 2,000 gold. Yes! No need for safe scumming, haha! Horgus's gaze is piercing. Are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Very well, make it 2,000. Deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me.
I do what I must.
But yeah, money, money. It's important. It really, really is. And yeah, I don't feel bad extorting him. Now I'm just going to loot about. Loot to loot, loot to loot.
I'm gone.
And once I'm done looting, selling, and talking, and we do the rest, I will go ahead and end the episode there. So we're almost done with this episode. I think that's all the good stuff. Alright, let's go talk to Anivia and Worm, who I believe are right here. This tragedy may not have happened if you'd spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. Horgus and Anivia sit some distance apart, snipping at one another in idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. What's the bad blood between you two about? It's an old matter. Miss Terabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Worm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole was middleman so that you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Don't you see? I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Worm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well have hung a sign outside my door welcoming in any sponge or leech and parasite into the city. I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes. You're an all-right bloke. But carrying on a secret dealings in the city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us lot whose job is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anivia, how's the leg? Anivia scrunches up her nose. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They've bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain, so I'm waiting. What do you think is happening in the city now? Perhaps the city is no more. If Discari himself appeared, there's no telling how bad things are. Can ya hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters, and besides that, it's barely a stone's throw from Nerosian. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Discari's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else fight off the whole Medavian army. What do you think of the mongrels? I thought they were just a story, the sort of thing drunks in the tavern would come out with. Now I discover that it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate, with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. The part that boggles my mind is that they're the descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet in caves and the dirt. If I'd have known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people of Canabras would have stoned them on sight. Prelate Holrun would have had them tossed on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing or if I am now homeless. I'm going to find Erebeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fall. I have to go. Go on then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people who are still alive up there. Take care of yourself. And last person to talk to, Dyra. You there? A tall woman with a face deformed by enormous swelling smiles broadly at you, showing enormous swelling smiles broadly at you. Okay, I think there needs to be a comma there. Showing off her double row of small, sharp teeth. You, from the surface, you must be tough. To make it all the way here, never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dyra. Let's trade. Who are you? The people around here call me all sorts. Dyra the Hoarder, Dyra the Coin, Dyra the City Girl. Like that's a bad thing. I trawl the caves, picking up all kinds of things from the surface that wash down here through their sewers. I trade all kinds of junks for the food and clothes, but I only part with my best finds for coins. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well, then I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay them with gold, like city folk. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people here are no better than animals now. Dyra yells with surprising anger before being overcome with coughing, wiping her mouth, and she continues. Our forefathers lived in the city like you. Our people love to reminisce about armies, knights, crusades. But I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war only civilized folk can buy and sell. They've all forgotten what trading is. They've forgotten the value of gold. They barter hides for plant roots and go on about the feats of the Crusaders. Who cares about them? I don't need help remembering. I have coins and I have things to sell. Now let's trade like proper city folk. Yes, Dyra. Let's trade. I go to Ascended Order and we gonna... And... I don't think I really have anything else to throw at you, but you have something. I want that. And I'll take all that and that. And that. And copy the spellbook. And I'm gonna go over to this tent, which is gonna be the end of the first episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit that like button. Thank you very much. If you have any questions or comments, please lay them on me. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to support me, consider joining my Discord or look at my fanfic or follow me on Blue Sky or Tumblr. Links are down in the description below. And if you want to see more, subscribe, and I promise you will see more. And I'll catch you in the next video. Later.